Another island explored. There isn't much left to explore at all now. I plan to have the Watcher sail around the last of the unexplored area in the Deadfire, and then, well, hopefully we can return to Sansa the cartographer and be done with all his work. The only other unexplored place would be Andra's Mortar, which is a place that no Kith has ever survived, so I don't plan on sailing there anytime soon, unless somehow some powerful magic or mighty invention, or even the intervention of the gods would keep us and our ship safe by going in there. No, this is it. We have to face the fact that Eothas awaits us, and we must go to him. We still have nothing to keep us safe from his soul-draining ability. The only thing I have that I can think of is to speak to him, hopefully from a distance, or if he'd just let up on the soul-draining for a bit, to let us come close to talk. That could work too. It's at the Ashen Maw, which is a large volcano. That's all I know. I feel quite unhappy. Empty. I don't know how to explain it, but when contemplating facing him without a plan or protection, I just feel like I want to stop time so that we never reach that point. I also know that the gods are watching and waiting to judge all of us Kith for my actions. Maybe it's just all a big test, and the end of Eora was never a thing that Eothas had planned to do. Maybe Eothas himself was testing me specifically, to come to him, to speak to him, to help him undo the gods. That is why he took a piece of my soul, that I would have to seek him out. That last one would be the best of them all, because we're looking at either fighting him and dying, or siding with him to end the gods, and then with that, Kith can determine their own future. Though what Shodi would say if I agreed to it, I don't think she would like it. She seems to think Eothas must be stopped, no matter what, but my mind has been open to the new possibility of what Eothas represents, after my experience with Widwen in Rimmergan's domain. Eothas seems to want to have us Kith free from the gods, which is something that I also desire, whereas Shoti seems to be deeply religious, worshipping all the gods, though at extreme odds with Eothas. This places me in quite the situation. So, we just explored what I am going to call Vampire Island. Vampire's Crypt, Vampire Island. Well, I kind of feel like there was something to this forest up north that we missed with the altar. Let's search the area around the altar again. Can't find anything. Examine the altar. It's the same thing. Strange. Okay, let's go back to the ship. I hope that that's the last of it. There's just a little bit of unexplored area around the island left. Is this it, though? I can't see there being much of anything left. Never know, but we'll keep looking. Well, that would seem to be it. That's it. The whole Deadfire south of Andra's Mortar is explored. Interesting. So he did say... Well, there's an unidentified location. Ashen Maw. Okay, he... survey the islands to the west of Razai Passage from... Razai Passage. There's a storm right there, though. On the way. I don't want to pass through it. Yeah, of all the people in our group that good with the outdoors, it's Adair. Yeah, I don't think Takehu is better at it. Adair's the best. Okay, that storm is kind of coming up to greet us. Try to avoid it. Okay, that's where we saw that giant crystal creature, which I do not intend to bother. What if there's unidentified... Where is it? Right here. Yeah, very deserted, desert-like island. And deserted. This could be the last place, so... It looks like a camp was set up to the southwest here. Found some hardtack. And there's a sun-scorched valley here. The black sands stretch towards the line of the sea on the horizon, broken on occasion by jagged stone spires that jut from the earth. I notice movement among a jumbled group of rocks ahead. A group of Eothas are lounging among the stone pillars. One of the two-headed beasts drowses, its eyes closed, its chin drooping against its wiry-haired chest. A second sits upright in the sun, covering its legs in sand. It pats the sand, packing it with its heavy palm. Though it seems engrossed in its efforts, I suspect that its four eyes provide it excellent peripheral vision, especially when the two heads aren't looking in the same direction. A third beast scratches his back with a broom, yawning with one cavernous mouth as the other snores quietly. I don't see any other Eothas, but there could be others lurking among the stone spires. So, let's observe them. Huh? The third Eothas's waking head glowers at its dozing head and slaps it with the broom. With a snort, the second head blinks to wakefulness and growls. The Eothas's free hand slaps the first head. It's fighting itself. The two heads growl at one another, but from this distance I can't make out exactly what they're saying. Continue watching. The Eothas in the sand laughs at the Eothas with the broom, pointing at it with a thick finger. The latter climbs to his feet and trudges over to the Eothas sitting in the sand, who only laughs harder. The Eothas with the broom growls down at the Eothas in the sand, and then begins sweeping the sand off its legs, inducing a yelp of rage. Okay, we'll continue watching. Uh-oh. The growls of the two Eothas grow louder, waking a third Eothas. As it blinks sleep from its eyes, those beady orbs align directly on me. With an enraged howl, it struggles to its feet. The other Eothas turn their attention to me. Food, they roar in unison. The creatures stomp towards us. Yeah, I guess we have a fight in our hands. Well, I'm not afraid of these guys. They are tough, though. 4 of them.
Can't make a dent. I am ready.
Alright. Focus on one Adair, or Eothas. That hurt him. One's dead. Another will shortly follow.
Time to rethink this stratagem. That's it. Serve me. Yeah, right away. Let's go.
That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Brutish blood. Debo Osa? It's some kind of alcohol. Oh, it's an ingredient. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a very rugged desert-like area. I don't know if there's any more of them here. Well, if I get to name this place, I'll call it Eothas Island. Depending on what we find at this old battleground, though. The site of a recent battle spreads before us. The bodies of the routed force still lie where they fell, though most have been picked clean by scavenging beasts. Yeah, I would have thought the Eothas would have eaten anything. Search the location. 2 hours pass. Find a weapon in better shape than we would have expected, a quarterstaff. Keep searching the location. 4 hours pass. Find some armor that's still in remarkably good condition. Brigandine. We've wandered the length of the battlefield. There's nothing left of any value. There doesn't seem to be anything else here. I don't think we've been here before. So, West of Razai Passage. Razai Passage is down here. West of here. And we've explored all the areas. Oh, there's something... Cahopa's Fang? Don't know what it is. Not an island I want to be stuck on. There's, like, no trees there. Little shrub brushes and that's it. Okay. I don't know where else to go for Sansa's map. Orioko'oki can't be a place. We've already been there. Yunvik Village, and then the Outcast Respite. Oh. Yeah, but we went here, didn't we? Called it Witch Island. Well, it seems we can't get to this Cahopa's Fang. Perhaps it's on the other side of the island? But we don't see any means of getting to it from this side. So, with that, the only thing left to do is to go do what I really don't want to do. Go and face Eothas at Ashen Maw. Perhaps we go to our death, but, perhaps the world goes to its death, I don't know. Anyways, one good night with Shoti. We'll say our goodbyes before we go there. Alright, it's daytime. We're ready for this. We've been thinking about it for months, actually. If we go to face our deaths, we go to face our deaths. At least we do it to try to save this world. Thick smoke, black as death, plumes from the peak of a rumbling volcano, the largest in the chain of mountains that makes up Magran's Teeth. A serrated fissure gapes in the mountainside, deep and dark, but intermittently lit by a red-hot glow. The cavernous opening is too narrow for the watcher to sail through. The skiff sways tumultuously in the superheated water. The closer we row to the cave's cracked opening, lava burbles down the mountainside, scorching rivers that disappear into the dark blue sea. Inside the rock face, the sound of churning magma grows louder, and the air warms around us, beating sweat along my brow. Huh. I didn't actually expect there to be a fortress here. I don't know that much about the area.
This where Gone stormed through? At least the docks are still intact.
Yeah, interesting. Is this the group, though, that I want to have? I don't know. I would say if we have, what's her face? With us. Maya Rua. Okay. Maya Rua. That's the one I want with us. Oh, look at this. It's like an Eothas or a giant.
On it.
Though ashen, the skin of this dead giant remains hot to the touch. What is that? Little troll. Looks very angry, I guess. Major healing. And fill these up. Miraculous healing. Major healing. Mouth char. Let's put this in the stash. Lockpick. I don't know where this is going.
Ah, isn't this charming?
The burned remains of these prisoners wear the tatters of sailors' garb.
I've got it.
It's very hot here. Not a place I want to stay. Okay, well, we have the main bridge to go through. Might be traps along here. Ah, Eothas definitely was here.
Will do.
Oh, this one's alive. How? We've never encountered anybody alive after Eothas came through. Slumped against the stones of the bridge, a giant clutches at his bastion chest. It's a mess of sinew and blackened iron bones. Fiery blood flickers between his splayed fingers. Thickly rasping a breath, the warrior lifts his heated gaze to my face.
Extinguished or crushed. Us all, defiler.
He struggles to speak. The agony of a slow death blazes through the scrawls in his skin, shrouding him with a veil of fire. What happened to you?
Damned reaper of souls and god of lies. Magran's most foul enemy.
Yeah, Eothas. More bloodfire licks from the Rathan's cracked chest, slowly charring his arm. I need to get to Eothas.
Servants of the defiler god. Damn you.
I don't think he's going to live very long. You're a fire giant, an elemental servant of Magran's, aren't you?
You are not mistaken. I am but one of Magran's elite champions, birthed from her flames, soon reunited in glory.
I think, well, he's dying anyways. I'll mercy kill him by administration of poison. Drink this and rest easy. He closes his ember-hot eyes, a relieved sigh rushing from his chest as I brew up and then tip a vial of poison to his lips. The icy, slushy mixture takes effect immediately, dousing his flames with a sweep of hoarfrost through his veins. It leaves his face cold and ashen and dead.
Well, that was worth doing, even if we got nothing in return.
Shoti swings her lantern back and forth over the warrior's body until a large, shimmering cloud of essence sifts up and into her lantern. She grunts, the lantern dipping in her hands as if heavier momentarily. I don't know about that, Shoti. I really don't. For several reasons. But let's go inside. Couldn't be any colder or hotter than out here. Well, you would think. I was wrong. It is hotter. This windlass is far too massive and heavy for a kith to operate. Let's get through this.
Nothing good comes from this much quiet.
Quiet and hot. Look at below us, too.
I've got it.
Way worse in here. A warhammer. Strange. What is this? Large table. So, 238 copper pyre and a pry bar. Let me go first.
Huh?
I don't know.
Sure.
They may have traps. Who knows? Ugh. I'm sweating. Everywhere I'm sweating. This is nasty.
I'll get it open. Finished.
Unlock this. Gauntlets of Reliability. Didn't I have something like that? I think I did. Oh, and that potion. I could add more of it. If I can find it in here.
Reckon this is what happens
Lockpick, white
when
uniform.
you try to keep a god from enacting his plans.
Ishi, now is the chance if you had any second thoughts about this place.
Amber, Primal Flame, Peridot, Ashen Key. This key has been forged from a coal-colored alloy. The metal is hot to the touch, and the key easily spans the length of a kith's forearm. It's huge.
On it.
A rock slide has collapsed this section of the keep. Yeah, I feel like jumping into the ocean. With all my clothes on. I don't care. I'll use that key to unlock this cage. Surprised Eothas even fits through here.
Yeah?
Eothas spoke to me once. He spoke to me in the memories.
Kith
Will he do it again?
trespasses in the goddess's maw? But how?
Oh. Incensed, the giant warrior hulks. Her thick muscles twitch, red markings glowing hotly against her ashen skin.
You must seek to follow in your defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand!
Bellowing, she hefts a massive sword overhead. But a second giant slams the haft of his iron staff into the warrior's hard-muscled stomach, abruptly halting her attack.
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Eothas
Stop assuming we're a minion of Eothas.
before you char his bones to dust.
I'm no friend of Eothas. He stole a piece of my soul, and I mean to get it back.
Ha! You think to confront an embodied god? Then you are either powerful beyond comprehension, or as much a fool.
Probably a little of both. He cants his head, broad fingers scratching at the rivets of his helm.
Yet you imply you do not serve him.
Of course I don't serve him. The first giant's grip turns white-knuckled on the hilt of her sword. Her muscles strain, and the metal quivers in her hand.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live!
Again she thrusts her sword high. With a shrug of his meaty shoulders, he steps aside. Okay, so I guess now I decide how to talk to them, or we battle and kill them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.